El 066660, mi teléfono, el 06.
This album of passion and romance is specifically tailor-made for those who want to have a little bit of everything. You're there, you're quiet, you're backstage, and next minute you are live. The fun part of working with Carlos was the actual making of the music and the rehearsal. Between the DVDs and the IMAX film and the Grammys and all the videos, it was quite a roller coaster ride. It was quite fun.
Farrés was a man, a great human being. He had integrity, very sentimental. And with me, you can imagine, there were 29 years. He was loving, sensitive, sentimental. That is how he truly was.
Some of the tunes were actually written in a foxtrot style, which is the style in the 40s.
He said, me encanta oír mi música en los nuevos estilos. What that means is I love to hear my music in the latest styles. We took that literally. And we said, we're going to make that happen. But one of the most interesting facets about this particular album is how David Weeks, as a producer, wanted to put you in a particular place in time. This is the way it was, and this is the way it is. We bring you into a mambo, we make you dance, and at the end of the song, we bring you right back into Havana. So kudos to David, you're brilliant.
Yo quiero canciones cubanas, yo voy a escribir una. Y entonces me fui para mi casa e hice una cosa que se llamaba Mis 5 hijos, Pedro, Pablo, Chucho, Jacinto y José, que fue un éxito fantástico. Así surgí yo como compositor.
Everyone I wanted to have my dad come to the parties because he would entertain, he would sing these beautiful songs. So since the age of 5 that I started performing with him, on guitar, he was this little kid teaching me all these beautiful little things on guitar. Some of these songs were dear to me. Well, roll forward 15, 20 years. I had finished my career with the Navy and I had established myself in San Francisco, California, and I had met this lady from Cuba, which I ended up dating and marrying. And after 2-3 years of being married, one day I'm practicing my trumpet, and I'm just playing many of the melodies that I sometimes play to warm up. Here comes my ex-wife Patricia from the kitchen or somewhere and she goes right by me and says, you know, my grandfather wrote that song. And I go, you who? She goes, yeah, my grandfather Osvaldo Farrés. And he wrote that song. I recognize it. It's a real famous song. And I go, I've known that song since I was 5 years old. And I can't believe you're telling me this. It wasn't until the birth of my son that I said, this is a purpose and a reason why to do an album, to dedicate this album to my son, to our son, because he's the great-grandson of a great Cuban composer.
En cuanto a las composiciones mías que he tenido el placer de escuchar, llevadas al actual ritmo, al moderno ritmo, yo las encuentro muy bonitas, están muy bonitas y felicito a las que las han interpretado.
I was in the hallway waiting for my sister and he passed by, very fine, and said, Señorita, excuse me, those legs, are they yours or did you borrow them?
Well, you know, for a long time I've been singing all these songs. It's incredible to me that after all these years I finally find who wrote all these songs. My mother sang them all the time, us, you know, the kids and everything else, especially Madrecita, which became almost the anthem. I say the anthem of Mother's Day in Cuba.
Yo diría que el momento más triste de mi vida es cuando perdí a mi madre. Todos sentimos mucho cuando perdemos a ese ser querido, pero yo le había acabado de escribir una canción que en casi todos los países el Día de las Madres se interpreta en homenaje a ella.
Well, Madrecita was created logically with the theme dedicated to his mother, and through the person of his mother, the mothers throughout the world. It was a beautiful song, which continues to be played in all of Latin America.
Madrecita del alma querida, en mi pecho yo llevo una flor. No te importa el color que ella tenga, porque al fin tú eres madre, una flor.
We heard Miles Davis say that he couldn't play some ballads anymore, and we always wondered why, and I know why now. Madrecita is such a loving tribute and such a loving melody that it's very hard to perform. The song Madrecita that Osvaldo wrote happens to have been recorded on almost the very day that my co-producer and best friend Dave Weeks' mother passed. So this song for us has incredible meaning, and this song is the one you recognize.
Hay veces que yo cojo hasta un poco de miedo, porque es demasiado la cantidad de melodías que me vienen a la cabeza. ¿Cuántas veces en la noche me levanto a las 3 de la madrugada, a las 4, para sentarme al piano a dejar fijada una melodía que no me deja dormir? Aquí no tengo una melodía, ¿ya? Yo no sé por qué la hice. Yo la hice ahora, que la vuelvo a tocar, mire.
Very much in the way that Natalie Cole got to sing with her father in that beautifully successful album, Unforgettable, I feel honored to have been able to co-write something with Osvaldo, a variation of a theme of that song he composed in an interview that I entitled Melodita. It goes like this.
Pero así las hago, yo hago como yo quiero, en cualquier momento y con la facilidad más grande del mundo. Ese es un privilegio que Dios nuestro Señor me dio a mí y que yo se lo agradezco infinitamente por mientras viva.
I wanted to say specifically that it was your research that brought me, that slapped me in the face about these songs, you know. I just kind of sang them and liked the whatever it did to me, you know. Because it does, you know, it moves you, its passion and its romance.
There's no doubt that Osvaldo had a very passionate side, and culturally speaking, the lyrics say it all. But the romantic side, I mean, Osvaldo was absolutely romantic, the romantic. So we chose to take all of the romantic songs, whether they're sang or instrumental, and put them in one CD so people can enjoy the whole romantic side of Osvaldo Farrés.
I met Osvaldo at, I was very young then when I started in music. Great composer. David Sanchez, we worked together with McCoy Tyner many times. He's the John Coltrane of the new times.
Very young musician, very old, mature sound. And that is very evident in this album, especially in a song called Ella. I just took the melody and let him just play whatever he felt like. And it was just such a wonderful moment that depicts what this project is about. So for those of you who think, I've never heard Osvaldo Farrés, if you ever heard Nat King Cole sing Perhaps Perhaps or Come Closer to Me, You just heard Osvaldo Farrés. Don't miss an opportunity to come see this band live. We would have the best time together, I promise you.